Hello everybody, this is Shylor. I'm back again, and tonight we're going to be looking at the third part of the HTML series, and this will be showing you how to build a normal full HTML page. We won't be doing a full page in content, but you'll learn how to actually write a normal page with the normal tags that you're supposed to. So this isn't that difficult. There's a few tags in this, and most of them don't really do anything that you're going to visually see. So a lot of this will be explaining more than seeing a result. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you is not really an HTML tag. It's actually a way to tell the browser that you're doing HTML, and we will be using the doc type. This is different than normal HTML tags. It looks almost like an HTML tag, but like I said, it's not HTML. This is the only time you'll really see a tag like this. The comments kind of seem familiar or similar to it. But anyways, we'll go ahead and write it out. So this is not officially HTML. This is just telling your browser that what's inside is HTML. So you'll see that we do a less than, an exclamation mark, and then we'll do doc type, and then we'll do HTML. And this basically stands for HTML5. Now, I've always wondered why they didn't just add a 5 to this, but they didn't. So the first version will be without any numbers, so it's just HTML. This tells the browser that you're using HTML5 syntax. If you want to look up HTML4's doc type, it's way longer than this. With HTML5, they decided, let's just make it really short and simple. So as you can see, it looks kind of like a tag, but it's not actually. You know, if this was actually a tag, this would be an attribute and all that kind of stuff, and this wouldn't be here. So literally, it's not an HTML tag, but it is very important that you put it at the top. It doesn't seem like it, but it does tell the browser some information about what it's rendering. So pretty much any page you see, you'll see something like this. It'll either be doc type HTML or doc type HTML with a lot of other stuff, which stood for like HTML4. The first HTML tag we're going to be looking at tonight is the HTML tag. So it's literally just HTML. And you can see I open it up here and then I close it down here. And I instantly open and close it. I like to do that. I don't like to leave tags open and then to figure it out later. So it's best to just open your tag and then close your tag. So the HTML tag basically tells the browser, kind of like this tag, it tells it that everything within this tag is going to be HTML code, or able to be rendered as HTML. So this is the HTML tag. Pretty much, if I save this and I load it in the browser, nothing happens. If we look at the source, you can see that we have the doc type HTML and we have HTML. They don't really, like I said earlier, they don't show anything. So inside of this, we're going to create the head tag, and we're going to open and close it. Oops, there we go. Now the head tag, as you can see, it's indented already. And that's because it's inside the HTML tag. This is that nesting thing I was talking about. Like I said, this becomes more apparent as you get further and further along. So the head tag also, if I save this and I refresh it in the browser, so there you can see that it's actually in the source code, but here it has no value. However, I do want you to pay attention to this here. It says ShyU.ninja. So I do want you to pay attention to that real quick, because the next tag will have an effect. So the next tag we're going to learn is the title tag. And I'm just going to open and close it on the same line. And here I can put in whatever I want. So I can put in ShyU. And then we'll do for HTML ninjas. So when I save this and I refresh, pay attention up here on this tag, or on this tab, you'll see that now our title shows up here. And that's literally the only value that title really has. If we refresh this, you can see the title in there. It basically tells the browser what it needs to set in the tab or in the bar at the top of the page. It actually can be used by search engines. So when you search for something, it will have like the link and then it'll have a description underneath it. Usually this will be, the title will be what shows up on the search engine. So make sure your search engine or your title is a good name for a search engine, because that's what people will see when they search for your website. So that's the title tag. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff that can go into the head tag. You'll see things for CSS, for JavaScript. You'll see there's certain tags that you can use for Facebook and Twitter and all those sorts of things. So you'll see a lot in the head tag, but pretty much the idea of the head tag is information for search engines, for your browser. Social networks like to use it a lot. But really, the user never really sees the head tag. It's just used for information for other systems. Now, the tag where the user sees all their stuff is the body tag. Now, one thing you should notice is that the head tag is on the top here, and it opens and closes, and then the body tag opens and closes. And it's within the HTML tag. So the body tag is not inside the head tag. So if we save this, also nothing happens. So this isn't really exciting course for actually seeing what happens in the browser. The body, however, is in this area right here. So this area that is white is what is considered the body. This is the body of the content, and this is where your page, your content will go. But the rest of the stuff that we did tonight is purely information for the browser, for search engines and stuff like that. This is the proper format to write. And there are some attributes. I believe HTML has lang, and then you can do, these are all different languages. So if your browser, or if you're writing a website for English, you can do EN. If you're writing it for Spanish, you can do ES, whatever you want. This is used by the browser to load up the proper language files, or for the, it's used for the browsers and search engines and stuff to know that what content will be seen on this website is HTML content, or is that language's content. Sorry, it's kind of late tonight. So pretty much what we've been doing in the last 2 lessons is we've been learning some tags. All your tags will go into this area here. Now what I like to do is I put an extra space around it, so that way I can kind of see that this is the main stuff and then all my content's here. You'll see it being more helpful as you get more and more code. It's good to space out some of your content so it's easier to read and easier for you to find what you're working on. Also, if you want, you could put comments in here, and you could just say content. It's up to you, however you want to do something. This is probably how I would do my comments if I were to do them like this. Now, this is just an easy way so you can remember, okay, this is where I put most of my HTML. But otherwise, it's not really needed. So it's up to you how you lay out your site. So what can we do now? Well, now we can start using those tags. ShyU Ninja. So this is the header tag again. This will make our header. So as you can see there, and this is just going to look like a normal page. If I want to, I can do. Let's just do a UL menu. And I think I have a train heading right behind me right now. Yep. So we'll do LI. I guess it's going the other direction. So we're going to do an A tag in here. And I'm just trying to do some normal HTML so you can see. I'm just going to put a slash in here, and I'll explain what that means. Oh, now I have a train going the other way. So you'll be able to hear that in just a second. Okay. And that's why my image on Discord and everything like that is, I like trains. I live by trains. Okay, so I put the slash there and I'm just going to say home. And then we'll do another one. So you can start seeing how a normal HTML page is laid out. So we'll do about.html. And I'll explain these a little bit more tomorrow. We'll just say about, and you'll learn a little bit more about why I'm doing these the way I'm doing them. And lastly, we'll go in here and we will put, well, let's do an H3 and say we are learning HTML. Oops. Make sure you close your tags properly. As you see, I was trying to close an H1, but it was actually, I opened a H3 earlier. And then we will do a paragraph and say, this is just a start of our wizard powers. So we're going to be a ninja wizard, I guess is what we'll do. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the page from these are some tags we used from the earlier videos. So if we lay this out, this is the start of a basic page. If I were to click on this, because you're probably wondering, it will go to a not found page, and we'll learn more about this tomorrow. If I click on home, it goes back to the same page. Like I said, we'll learn about that tomorrow, and you'll be able to understand why that happens. But this is a basic HTML page, and this is the proper way to lay it out. And so this is how we'll be moving forward from here on out. So if you have any questions, jump on discord.ShyUniversity.com. We'll help answer those for you. And jump on there to just chat if you want, or ask about trains. Anything that you want. And tomorrow we'll be looking at some of these links and how we did those, and starting to build a page out a little bit more. Maybe how to lay out a few different designs. And we'll just start moving from there. But pretty much to a majority, you know a lot about HTML just from what we've learned from the last 3 videos. So that's a good start for you, and start exploring and see what you can do.